funniest thing a kid ever said to you? My nephew stopped talking to me for a week because I accidentally revealed Santa wasn't real. It started during Christmas break when I was staying at my sister's place. I'd been using their family iPad to check my Instagram because my phone was dead and I forgot to log out. The next morning, my 7-year-old nephew, Marcus, was playing games on it when he somehow ended up in my Instagram stories. I didn't realize what happened until my sister called me from the kitchen asking why Marcus was crying and demanding to see Uncle Jake's Secret Santa account. Turns out, on Christmas Eve, I'd posted a story showing myself in the Santa suit I'd rented, holding the exact same wrapping paper they used for his gifts. The caption said, "Ho ho ho, ready for my nephew's house," with a laughing emoji. Kid put 2 and 2 together real quick. When I rushed to the living room, Marcus was sitting there with the iPad, swiping through my old stories like a tiny detective. He looked up at me with the most betrayed expression and said, "You have the same phone case as Santa, and the same shoes, and the same ugly watch Mom says you wear too much." My sister was trying not to laugh while I scrambled for damage control. I tried telling him I was just Santa's helper, but he wasn't buying it. "Helpers don't take selfies in Santa's suit," he said, then showed me another story where I'd posted a mirror selfie captioned, "Santa's got drip this year." The kid had receipts. For the next week, he refused to speak to me directly. He'd only communicate through his little sister, saying things like, "Tell Uncle Jake I don't talk to identity thieves," or "Ask the Santa impersonator if he wants juice." The worst part was when other family members visited, he'd warn them about me. My aunt came over, and Marcus pulled her aside, whispering, "Don't trust Uncle Jake. He steals identities, even famous people's." When she asked what he meant, he dead serious said he pretends to be Santa online for likes. It's basically catfishing, but worse because Santa's married. It got so bad that my mom called, asking why her grandson was telling everyone I was running a Santa scam operation. I had to explain the whole Instagram story situation while she laughed so hard she couldn't breathe. Even my dad got involved, texting me, "Heard you're wanted by the North Pole Police," with about 50 laugh emojis. The silent treatment finally ended when I bribed him with a trip to the toy store and promised to delete all my Santa evidence. As we were walking through the aisles, he stopped, looked at me seriously, and said, "Uncle Jake, I'll forgive you, but you need to apologize to Mrs. Claus for impersonating her husband on social media. That's not respectful to their marriage." I asked him how I should apologize to Mrs. Claus, and he thought about it for a minute before saying, "Write her a letter, but don't use Instagram because she might block you for what you did." So I actually wrote a fake apology letter to Mrs. Claus while he supervised, making sure I sounded really sorry for my crimes. 2 weeks later, my sister told me Marcus was bragging to his friends that his uncle was so good at disguises that he fooled thousands of people into thinking he was the real Santa. Somehow I went from criminal to legend in his mind. But the best part, every time I post anything on Instagram now, he comments, "Is this really you, or are you pretending to be someone else again?" Last month was his birthday, and you know what he asked for? A phone case exactly like mine because it has magical disguise powers. His mom bought it for him, and now he goes around pretending to be different people, taking selfies and saying, "If Uncle Jake can be Santa, I can be Spider-Man." The whole thing taught me to always log out of social media on shared devices, and that kids remember everything. Literally everything. My sister still brings it up at family dinners, calling me the Santa identity thief, while Marcus proudly tells everyone how he exposed the biggest Christmas fraud of 2023. But honestly, watching him piece together clues like a mini Sherlock Holmes was kind of impressive. Kid's got detective skills. He just needs to learn that sometimes adults do dumb things for good reasons, and that Uncle Jake really needs to be more careful with his Instagram stories. The other day, he asked me if I was the Easter Bunny too. I told him, "No way, I'm allergic to carrots." He squinted at me and said, "That's exactly what the Easter Bunny would say." Can't win with this kid.